welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Ashley. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and join the beauty family. So today's tutorial, honey, we are giving spring glam but all mother. So I'm fitting as much Pat McGrath products as I can in this video. So if you'd like to see how I achieve this glam, keep watching. Alrighty, let's get into this full face, or as many products as I can fit Pat McGrath into this tutorial. So it is spring or spring, however you would like to pronounce it. So we're going to do a spring look. So I am bringing out two palettes, okay? One is limited edition, one you can still get now. So I am diving into the Utopian palette. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at these shimmers, okay? There's one thing Pat McGrath gonna do, honey, is eat when it comes to eyeshadows. I don't know what the formula makeup is. I don't know how she does it, but honey, it's worth the coin. And my other, the Pat McGrath, the Celestial, it's always a tongue twister, the Celestial Odyssey Artistry Palette. Ooh, child, it's a tongue twister. Love, 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 love this palette. I am definitely going to go into like that muted lavender right here. That shade, definitely this shade for the crease. I don't think I'm gonna do smoky today. We'll see what happens. We'll see how the look comes about and then I can make a decision. But yes, let's start off with this palette. These shadows are absolutely stunning, as I've already said before. So I am going in with that reddish brown color and I'm placing that right in my crease. So we are placing down a transition shade so that the other shimmers and the other colors that I add have something to blend into. Beauties, I am so excited that she dropped bronzers. You have no idea. There are just certain things I've been waiting for from her, and this is definitely one of them. I'm so excited to see what the formula is like. I feel like there are some brands that definitely make me excited. I will be using the concealer today, but you know, I'm just gonna let that dry down to all of eternity and then see what happens from there. But she does make a beautiful setting powder, a beautiful under eye brightener. If you do like a Mother Pat, let me know some of your favorite items down below. You know what? Maybe I will do smoky. So I'm going to go into that deeper brown color in that Celestial Artistry palette. And I'm just going to smoke out my outer V. So I am making the motions as if I am sketching out a V. So just like so. I just want to keep that depth in the outer V. So it should look like something like this. I don't know if it's just me, but that feeling of getting some new makeup, it is just indescribable. Okay, we cannot describe it. It's the same as like getting something new that you love, whether it's clothing. I'm just going in with that same brush that I used in my crease to just blend out this outer V color. So yeah, whether it's clothing, shoes, because y'all know I am Imelda Marcos reincarnated. That's actually what my cousin calls me. So I guess I have a little bit of a problem. But you know what I will say? We are here for a good time and not a long time, as I always say. So if you want to buy it, okay? Because if, God forbid, you go tomorrow, you're going to be like, I should have bought those jeans. I should have bought that crop top. I should have got those heels. So that's just a philosophy that I wake up and live with every day. It has done me good so far, but I will say I do need to like revamp my closets. I'm definitely going to be moving out some of my winter stuff. So I usually don't do that, but I'm going to start doing that now. Moving out all my winter stuff and just bringing in my spring and summer clothing. Because honey, the furs need to be packed away. Alrighty, so we added that in the outer V. Now for the lid color. So I'm not using my NYX Glitter Glue Primer because, as we all know, Pat McGrath's shadows eat. So I'm just going directly in. And I have not used... This is so pretty. I have not used this color yet. There's still colors in this palette that I haven't used, which is insane because I've had it for like, how long have I had this? I think like 2 years or so. I think that's when this dropped. This was a holiday palette, so I would definitely look out for the holiday palettes. They are cheaper than her permanent palette, so if you want to start, just wait till the holidays roll around, see what she comes out with, and then you can snag it then. This is so pretty. So I am just patting that on my lid with a flat shader brush. It's almost looking like a cut crease, but I'm going to go back in with the same brush that I used in my crease just to blend out those edges. just gonna add a little bit more, so make sure that we don't lose that. So now that that's done, honey, I think I'm going to go in with one of these shadows from the Utopian palette. Like, I love this glitter iridescent look that they give. So I think I might go in with the deeper purple. So I think I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and we're just gonna pop that in the inner corner. You know I love a good inner corner highlight, and I think it just adds a little razzle dazzle. And then I'm just going to add this shimmery color right on top of that lavender shade that I popped on my lid. I just kind of want like a little bit of a glittery effect. I'm just topping that right on top just to just add a little something. There is some fallout with these shimmers, but you could always use a adhesive to make sure that they stay on your lid, but I'm just adding it for a little something. But this is what the shadow looks like, so let's just add some lashes. Alrighty, so the eyes are done. Now we can move on to complexion. So I did already prime. So this is the Pat McGrath Lab Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection. So y'all know I loves me a good poreless, pore filling primer. I think it just really evens the base, but we'll see once I add everything on top of this. But yeah, so I already added it on. I just really wanted it to dry down, so I added it on while I was allowing my lashes to dry down. So yes, now we can get started. So for foundation, we are going with the Pat McGrath Lab Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection foundation. Now this is in the shade Medium Deep 26. Now this is more of a loose foundation, so it is not thick. It does give you beautiful sheer coverage when you do need it. So I go with about 4 pumps. And it kind of just squirts out. So now I am just stippling that on. What I will say is sometimes I will wear this on like on a light day, and I do need to do like a 10-minute face. I got y'all, but I wear this on a light day and it just looks stunning. Like the coverage, it just looks like skin, like your skin but better. So as we're stippling that on, you can see how it's sitting right on top of that primer. So I'm just gonna add 2 more and just add some of that on my cheeks, just so we can get a nice flawless base, nice flawless full coverage base. This looks absolutely stunning. Literally your skin but better. Just flawless. It's just giving skin but flawless skin. So now we are going to go on some concealer. So for concealer, we are going with the Pat McGrath Lab. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer in M20. Y'all know how I feel about this, but you know what? We're just gonna keep it mother, okay? So this is what the concealer looks like. I'm just gonna go in and add her right under here. I think I'm gonna go with more of a look coverage with the concealer, so that way we can try to reduce the creasing. So since she does not have cream contour products, I'm going with my Fenty Beauty Matte Stick in Espresso. So I'm just going to use this to cream contour first and blend this out. So this foundation is beautiful and it is supposed to be self-setting, so as you can see it probably dried down, but I am still going to go over this foundation with a powder because, as I said, I wanted to still be flawless. So we are going to let this concealer dry down to all of eternity. Okay, so let's just give this some time. Alrighty, so now that this has dried down, let's blend this concealer out. I'm just blending out the bottom first. It is a beautiful concealer. It just creases so much for me. Adding a little bit to the forehead, not too much. Just going right in and start blending that out under the eye. Like, look at the coverage is stunning. So now I'm just going to go back in and blend out the cream contour. I just want to make sure that we did not lose that. Blending that right into the concealer. Alrighty, so now let's set. We are going to go in with, of course, the Pat McGrath setting powder. So this is the Pat McGrath Labs Light Medium 2 Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Setting Powder. So this is really pretty. I will say that this powder is so finely milled, so finely milled. Like, I have never used a powder that was just this fine, okay? It's almost as fine as its owner. But yes, so this is what the powder looks like, and it also comes with a net right in here. So we are just going to put my sponge in there, tap the excess on my hand, and let's set. I'm just going in with a little extra of this powder today. So I'm just adding the rest of the powder on my sponge to the areas where I also concealed. So this is what it should look like. So now that this has said, I'm going to go with some face powder. So I don't believe Pat McGrath has a foundation powder. So I'm just going to go in with Fenty Beauties Soft Matte Powder Foundation in 410. And we are going to apply this all over. Not increasing, but you see, this is it. Like, you can see creasing a little bit right in here. But again, that's just me. I do have, like I said, fine lines. But, you know, I try my best to reduce it. But, honey, you know, I can't work miracles with something that just continues to show out time and time again. So I'm just going to set that also with the under eye blurring brightener powder. So I'm also going to be bronzing in another video that will be up before this one. So I will come back and still add the bronzer, but it's just going to be in a separate video, honey. We killing two birds with one stone. So this is the Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder in medium. So since this is already creasing, I'm just going right back in with my sponge and just setting right on top of that. And then now I'm just going to add this just to pop this right on top. So it's also going to give some brightness, and it's also blurring, so it's gonna leave this under eye area flawless. Alrighty, so let me finish up my bottom mascara, smoke out this lash line, honey, and then I'll be back for some blush, some bronzer, and a lip. Alrighty, so we are back. So we did bronze. As you can see, honey, I am looking sculpted, okay? So I picked up the new Pat McGrath bronzers. This is Burnished Honey, and then this is Bronze Mahogany. As you could see, really pretty. So this is a swatch of the Bronze Mahogany, and then this is a swatch of the Burnished Honey. Pretty. So I would say this one would definitely be more for my summertime complexion. I can still use it now, but definitely with the light hands. And Burnished Honey would definitely be for right now. Just so y'all could see, I'm just gonna go in and bronze a little bit more. So I went in with a fluffy brush. I didn't want to go in with a defined brush just because I wanted to see what the warmth looked like. But it looks so good. Stunning. So the review will be up before this video, so definitely check that out. And if you are watching this and haven't watched the review, please head over after this video and watch that. So for blush, you already know Pat McGrath makes one of my favorite blushes, Paradise Venus. If you don't know, now you know. This blush is absolutely gorgeous. I'm just gonna go in with a blush brush, more of a defined one, and just add this on my cheeks. I feel like this is a beautiful everyday, and I feel like it goes with a lot. Reminds me of Raisin. I feel like maybe it's a relative of Raisin, but honey, she is gorgeous. Look at how stunning that is. She eats every time. So for highlighter, I did not pick up a highlighter from Pat McGrath. I'm just going to go into this shade right here. The one thing that I love about eyeshadows, you can also use them as highlighter. I'm gonna add a little bit on my nose. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more of that gold shimmery color that was right in front of it, because this has more of like an iridescent glow to it, actually. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in with that other one. And now for lips, I think Pat McGrath does have a lip liner and I did not get it. So I'm just gonna go with my Makeup Forever. This is the Limitless Brown Liner. So this is the liner, so smooth. For lipstick, I'm going with the Pat McGrath Labs. This is Venus in Furs. She makes a stunning lipstick. This is what it looks like. It has more of a pinky hue to it. This is the swatch. I thought it was nude, but I do have to get a nude lipstick from her. I just have to figure out which one I want. So alrighty, Bees, this is the finished Spring Glam featuring Pat McGrath. as much pat as I could fit in this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, beauties, everything will be linked for you down below. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, beauties, stay tuned for my next one. Thanks for watching.